Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title and or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you, delivered at the perfect time, in timely fashion, courtesy of the universe, through the language of synchronicity. This is a collective or general reading, so parts may or may not resonate. Take what works for you, leave the rest. And also, this is a timely reading, meaning if you're watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That could give you further clarity as to your situation now. All right. We're going to begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. We have the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is representing conviction beyond a doubt. It's when you know what you know and you know what you're going to do. Yay! That's a good way to be. So this is talking about someone who has gone to higher ground and he's standing on his conviction. So he knows that he is going to protect what's his and do what he needs to do to be able to move forward. So the wands represent the element of fire and taking action with passion. And the people below here, it looks like, that are working against him, he's gone to higher ground. Now maybe he was in a hurry because he's got a boot on one foot and a shoe on the other. But this also could represent that he's in one, straddling the reality of before he knew and now that he knows. And then we have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is representing, the Pentacles are about your health, wealth, and happiness in the third dimensional world. And a big part of that, of course, is money. So the Pentacles are, show up as coin. Having said that, you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that you want. So this energy is talking about, how your lifestyle as well as the money part of it. And so, but the King of Pentacles is known for his financial acumen. People look up to him because he is at the top of his field, whatever that be. And generally people, this card represents people who are, in the banking industry. It would be a bank manager, hire someone like that kind of energy. So that might be what you're interested in. Also, this could represent someone who is, an entrepreneur that's very successful. Or it could be someone like a financial advisor, accountants. If they're financial advisors or accountants, this would represent someone who is in a partner in a well-established firm. We have that energy. Maybe it could be someone who is a head financial advisor for a corporation. It's that type of energy. So the king, he has grapes all over his robe because this represents, grapes in tarot represent having luxury. And this luxury is representing someone who understands how to use money to improve their lifestyle. And then we have the Six of Wands is talking about victory. So victory, it's talking about you've proven yourself as a leader, and all the competition that's here is saying they have to admit, hey, this person is a leader. Like, you clearly are the winner. They might be a little disgruntled. This could represent an energy of maybe you applied for a promotion and there was a lot of people wanting it in the company or where you work, but you're the one that got the promotion. It's that type of energy. Or maybe you won at a competition in a sporting event or something like that. And the reason you won is because you were able to rein in your emotions and prove that even under real, stressful circumstances, that you could keep your shift together, basically. And then we have here the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is talking about communication coming in of some sort. The pages would work for the king and queen very young. In those days, people's lifespan was really short, so they would generally be 7 to 14 years of age. And I already explained that the pentacles are about lifestyle. So there is some information coming in about your lifestyle. Now, if you've received a promotion or won some event or something, it could be about that. The different ways that communication comes in now. In the old days, it would always be in person. But these days, it could be a phone call, a text message. Maybe you get a letter in the mail or some documents. Perhaps you're on social media and someone messages you, or maybe you see an event posted there and you go and attend it, and then you run into the perfect person. This could be an email. It's also really good to listen to the news for like 5 minutes a day, if you can bear to these days, because that whatever's going on at the top of the pyramid is affecting everybody below, and it might give you some information as to what the trends are, that kind of energy. We have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is representing, quite often the cups represent romantic love, but it could be love in, of anyone or anything. Plus, it also could represent love of something you love to do or something you love to be. But this generally is romantic love, and it's some communication coming in about romance as well. So maybe this Page he's very focused on the fish in this cup. He knows there's plenty of fish in the sea, but this is the one that he has his eye on. So it's talking about possibly someone has their eye on you, or you have your eye on someone else, and you want to maybe ask them out on a date. Sometimes this can represent all the other forms of communication I mentioned, and maybe even online dating. And then we have the Queen of Wands. Well, the Queen of Wands is considered the sexiest of all the queens and a natural beauty. She has this sunflower in her hand here. And so the sunflower is representing, she does what makes her happy. And so this is a good energy to get into. She is happy generally because this veil behind her represents the thin veil between the physical world and the spiritual world. And she has learned to navigate that very efficiently. She uses her intuition and her logic to get to creative solutions. She is also, she has this little black cat. This represents an energy, the cat, a lot of people won't have a black cat because they're afraid that it will bring them bad luck, but she doesn't believe in bad luck, so she doesn't have bad luck. She has her wand, and of course this wand is made of wood, and wood feeds fire, and also it's very passionate, and it represents also the tree, which has strong roots from the ancestors, as well as the energy of the offshoots and the branches being the descendants. And then we have, so we do have a cup of love. So perhaps the King of Cups, this could be your energy, that you're the King of Cups and you have your eye on the Queen of Wands, which would be, and maybe this cup is coming in from the divine, and it's a collaboration between the universe and the Most High to bring you this cup of love, which is all about peace and having harmony in a relationship. It's overflowing. If this isn't romantic love you're looking for, it can represent this energy of overflowing in interest, of whatever it is, like really enjoying what you're doing in life and loving it. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is talking about, it's actually 3 wheels coming together, and it's saying the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. So you're going to have good fortune coming in. And this is, the Wheel of Fortune is very interesting because it does synchronize the past, the present, and future, bringing everything into the now. So it's talking about it's now, it's starting to turn right now. And this energy, on one of the wheels, we have the Hebrew letters for the name of God, which is Tetragrammaton. And a Tetragrammaton is actually a sacred geometric symbol that represents unity and bringing everything together. So it's like your past, your present, and the future, whatever you've been doing, it's all syncing together, and it's upgrading your energy. So there, you can expect good shift coming in, like maybe a new love if you don't have that, or a new love of something you love to do. You have conviction beyond a doubt, it's going to work out. And it's talking about the end of a cycle. So this could represent, maybe you've been, having to really prove yourself here, because both these cards are about proving yourself. And now that you've proven yourself, people have to admit, hey, you're good, you're the one for the job kind of energy, or you're the one to date, that kind of energy. And then we have the moon. So the moon is talking about hidden illusions and secrets that are coming out in the open now. And maybe the secret is that you're a winner and you're a leader. And so now people are really recognizing that, because that's the energy we have here. Like, there's a lot of really good energy here. The lobster's climbing out of the emotional waters and making themselves vulnerable to go down this path, and this is like the path of glory, but he has to pass by this dog and this wolf who are howling at the moon. And this energy, we have the sun, the full moon, and the new moon. So it represents all the at the full moon and the new moon is the best time to be really using your intuition. And the energy is also talking possibly about eclipses, because the sun is here. So sometimes there's solar and lunar eclipses, and so this talks about the power of the moon and the power that it has on your intuition. So this lobster is deciding to make himself vulnerable at the right time, to be able to get by here. And so the dog represents your domestic side, and the wolf represents your wild side. So either this can represent having like a balance between the two. Maybe you've been isolating and it's time to come out and be a little less domestic, or maybe you've been a wild child and it's time to settle her down a little and get back to work, whichever. It's about keeping a nice balance in between those, so that you can stay on your path. And then we have this energy. This can be talking about taking risks and cutthroat energy, like going after what you really want, which is kind of how the underlying energy began. Very similar. So this is saying, I'm willing to fight for what I have. This energy, and this, here it's conviction beyond a doubt, because you know what you know. And here, this can talk about the outer conflict with other people, but it can also talk about inner conflict. Sometimes this can represent 3 versions of yourself, and one of those could be your subconscious mind, because the swords represent the element of air and your thoughts. So basically, your mental intelligence and how disciplined is your mind to go after what you want. And so the subconscious mind is something that is imprinted on us very early in age. By about 6 or 7, the subconscious mind is formed, and it's heavily imprinted on who we are. This really, when you think about being a baby, you probably don't remember very much at all about being a baby, and generally a lot of people don't remember much until they're about in kindergarten age. And so this energy, when you're that age, and when you're a baby, you're like a sponge. You think about what a baby learns in the first year alone. And so it's like you're absorbing your environment, and also the thoughts and the ideas of the people around you up until about that kindergarten age, when you start being exposed to outside opinions more. And so your subconscious mind is heavily imprinted on you. And when we get into conflict, or we get into emotional times, we tend to, when we get triggered, we tend to rely on our subconscious mind. It's the first one that pops up. And it's not always the most reliable. And then we have the unconscious mind. So a lot of people will be thinking, yes, I am a human being and I have a soul. But the unconscious mind represents the needs of your soul, your spiritual side. And the unconscious mind is, from the soul's perspective, you are you think you're a human being with a soul, but your soul sees it as you are a soul traveling in a human body that's exploring the earth, and this is your vehicle for getting around. So if you don't satisfy the needs of your spiritual side, your unconscious mind will get very loud and start arguing with you, and that causes a lot of inner conflict. And then there's your conscious mind, which is what you have your hand on. He has his hand on the handle of this sword. your conscious mind is, you know, I went to the grocery store and I purchased 3 items. They cost this much. I have a memory of it and I am conscious of it. It's that. So when the 3 of these minds get in conflict with each other, oh goodness, excuse me. When the 3 of these minds get in conflict with each other, it can cause a lot of inner battle, inner conflict within yourself, and sometimes then that causes you to attract outer conflict, and sometimes outer conflict can attract the inner conflict. So this is about making your minds work with each other. The best way to discipline your mind is to learn how to meditate and go inward, and from the use of prayer. So yeah, this is saying this reading from the bottom up to the top and back down again. The King of Pentacles is representing some good energy coming in about, you know, about your lifestyle. And possibly I'm picking up some sort of energy of a promotion, or maybe a project you're doing is really working out really well. This kid, and it also has to do with your love life. So it's lifestyle is not just about like the money you make and where you live and how you live, but it's also about who do you have to share it with, that type of energy. The wheel is turning in your favor, and if it's been a kind of a dry spell in that way, new love is coming in, or it's like a new passion for what you love to do, or what you've always loved to do. You have conviction beyond a doubt. This is what I want to do. I know what I know. And you're willing to fight for it, but it's better if you don't have to. It's better just to have it come to you gently. And so this is talking about, maybe there were some illusions about a situation that you're in. And this is talking about, you know, around the next moon that comes up, you want to really understand that that's when you're at your most intuitive. The swords are double-edged swords. So it's saying that you, if you just use your logic, then and you don't use your intuition, or you only use your intuition and you don't apply that intuition with logic, you're not going to have the same result as if you put them together. And when you put them together, you'll have creative solutions. And if you plug that into your heart, what your soul wants as well, then you're going to have like this more success in living the lifestyle that you love to live. And then the Queen of Wands is representing an energy of, you know, passionate new beginnings with someone that is, you know, someone you really feel you want to have, offer a cup of love to, or someone who sees you that way. So this is a really good reading. It's talking about things are looking up. If you've been a bit through a dry spell, things are going to improve. So I'm going to clarify this for those of you who want clarification. If this is good for you, thank you for your time and energy. And consider giving this a like and comment. I'm going to clarify now with my oracle, Tales from the Vector. I don't have it quite done yet. I'm in the process of bringing it out, but I want to play with it a little bit online here so that I can write up the book that goes with it. I have a website, talesfromthevector.com, and this oracle is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. I have been working on it since 2007 in my spare time, and have like some really big dragon paintings from the future. So this energy, I'm going to put the numbers on these cards represent the paintings as they're listed in my gallery on my website, and in the description box below I will put the numbers as they appear here, and you'll know which paintings to go look for if you would like to check it out. All right, we do have a tower hits. So when the tower hits, that's a reality check. And so a lot of times the tower can be really uncomfortable, but when it hits, sometimes it can really work in your favor, because it shakes things up and it makes you take a look at something. And so I feel like that's what this energy is. Maybe you've had competition that you're unaware of, or there's some things going on in the background and you're not aware, but now that you know what you know, you're going to take care of it. And so this is the reality check can be really uncomfortable, but it puts you back on course on where you want to go. And then we have the Hangman. So this is talking about having that balance. The Hangman, he hangs from the tree of knowledge, and he hangs upside down so that he can get a new perspective on whatever's going on in the situation. And when his aura lights up, then he comes down from the tree, and he applies what he learned. He's gained a new perspective because he's looked at it from every angle. My hangman in my oracle is actually a beautiful dragonfly, and she's sitting on an echinacea flower and doing a headstand. So we have the star energy. In case you didn't know it, you're a superstar and you're meant to shine. And so this is showing that you are now showing people that you do have your abilities. Your ability to rein in your emotions and stay very quiet that mind is really paying off. So if you've been working on that, freedom comes from discipline of the mind, because in that way you're not behaving impulsively. You're moving forward with strength, and the star energy is representing when you're following your North Star energy, and that is like your destined path, the one that you came down here on Earth to be. It's kind of a galactic energy. And also we have manifesting what you want. And so it's talking here that you're interested in having a better lifestyle with love in it. There we go. It looks like you're going to be successful. Now that you know what you know, now that you know that's what you want. Sometimes we have to figure out what we want. The need to be right is a karmic space that we can all fall into. A lot of people think karma is punishment, but karma is actually cause and effect from your actions or your inactions. So if you didn't know that you really wanted, maybe you've thought, nah, I'm good being single, and I'm happy where I'm at, as it's good enough. And now all of a sudden, no, I'm a star. I deserve to have whatever it is that I'm destined for. And so the need to be right, karma is, as I said, cause and effect. So you could have direct karma, which, you go out and you do something or you don't, and it causes karma for you. And then you could have also indirect, which is like your ancestors, your parents, your grandparents. They didn't finish up whatever they needed to finish up before they crossed the veil. So now it's your job. The bloodline holds that energy. And so, or it can also be people that you're associated with, that the actions that they take and you're aware of, but you don't stand up for yourself. And so when you start standing up for yourself in a positive way, you are going to receive way less karma and actually let go of a lot of karma. And then we also have karmic spaces. So this is one of the karmic spaces. A lot of us fall into this one. We need to be right. Sometimes you do need to be right, but sometimes we'll make molehills out of mountains and mountains out of molehills. And you need to know when you need to be right and when you don't need, when it doesn't matter that much. If you're fighting to be right about every single little thing with others, then that means that they're wrong, and it usually you're not as much fun to be around when you're in that energy. Falling and failing in love is a matter of I. So this is a beautiful pink and green dragon, and she's falling upside down through the sky, and basically it's saying that you have to love yourself enough first and know what you want to be able to find the perfect partner for you, because if you don't love yourself, how are you going to attract someone that loves you? It's that type of energy. So it's about really figuring out what you want. That's what this reading is about. It's about once you know what you know, then you'll be able to move forward, and you're strong in moving forward with that because you have conviction beyond a doubt that that's what you want. We have the energy of Aries here. And Aries is the infant of the zodiac. There is, at the time that I'm doing this reading, there's a lot of Aries energy out there. A lot of planets moved into Aries and will be in Aries, some of them for the next 7 to 15 years kind of energy. So the Aries energy, when a sign comes out, I'm not saying that this person, I'm not talking about an individual that you're in Aries or they're in Aries. I'm talking more about the energy. And so the energy of Aries is, it's the first sign in the zodiac. You could compare it to the infant of the zodiac. And it's very fiery energy. You know, a baby has to be heard because they have to, that's how they get what they need. And this is talking about, you know, the glyph for Aries is a ram. And so this can be really rammy energy. When you think about it, you know, babies come in head first. And it's talking about, you know, you can have a little newborn infant, and if you've ever had one in the house, they are so tiny and helpless, yet they rule. Everybody changes their schedule and, you know, does everything they can to make that little baby happy. And it's kind of that energy. It's like, I'm here. And it's about, are you going to be yourself, be authentic, especially these days. It's with all the AI out there. It's really good to be authentic. Be your authentic self. Don't apologize for who you are. You know what you know, and this is who you are. And then remember that that's true for everybody else. All right. And then we have at the top, we have the superstar. So yes, if you can discipline your mind, then you will have more harmony in your life. When you have that inner conflict is calmed down and you're plugged in to your heart's desires, then everything kind of moves in a more authentic direction. And so it causes harmony in your thoughts, and then that brings that harmony in your inner self will project out to people around you, and you'll attract people who also want to be harmonious. I really like this. This is really good. Good work working on discipline of the mind there. All right. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Please give it a like and comment if you have. Consider subscribing to the channel if you resonate, and I will be back with another random shift reading for you soon. Bye for now.